For the
I'm a conservative, but I'm not, but I
am. Not anymore, Walt. Not so fast. And the man who refuses to debate Representative Labrador, who says that he represents us, where is Walt Minnick? He's afraid of people like you, me, and the next congressman from the 1st Congressional District, Representative Raul Labrador!
Kevin, thank you, Governor, Lieutenant Governor, and all elected officials. I especially want to thank Republican Party Chairman Norm Simanko and National Chairman Michael Steele for bringing the bus to Idaho.
Yeah.
My friends, this bus sends a strong message to Washington, D.C. and to Congress. Congress usually is not like the rest of the world. In the real world, if we do not perform, we get fired. Amen. In the real world, if we do not get our act together after repeated warnings, we get fired. Yeah, right. My friends, Nancy Pelosi is not performing at work, and she has ignored the warnings of the people. That's right. Yeah. So she must be fired! It is so obvious to us here today, Nancy Pelosi does not share our nation's values. She does not believe the things we believe here in Idaho. Limited government, lower taxes, and less spending. Right. The values of the family, the rights of the unborn. Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama have done so much damage to our country in the last 2 years. The ugly truth, and he doesn't want you to know it, is that they have done it with the help of Walt Minnick. And for this reason, Walt Minnick should be fired! We are less than 1 month away from reclaiming our country. We have the wind on our backs, and this crowd here proves it. Thank you. But we will have our work cut out for us when the Republican Party takes control of the House. Our country has been taken down a dark road. It happened all too quickly. My friends, Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi, Walt Minnick, and the Democrats have spent $333 billion every single month since the first day Barack Obama took office. They should be fired! $333 billion that we did not have in the bank. $333 billion that we had to borrow from other nations. Our nation is about to go bankrupt, but our leaders refuse to admit it. Let me tell you the solution. The first rule of thumb when you find yourself in a hole is you stop digging. We are in a hole, and Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats are still digging. So they should be fired! But it is not enough for us to simply fire Nancy Pelosi and Walt Minnick on November 2nd, even though we're going to do it. We already know that they will be fired. But what is the plan once you send me back to Washington, D.C.? If you want to know how I, as your congressman, will work in Washington, then just remember how I served you in the state legislature. For 4 years, when I was elected, 4 years ago, when I was elected to the Idaho State Legislature, I joined a like-minded group of men and women who were determined to put into practice the conservative principles we shared with the majority of Idahoans. The principles of less government, not more. Less taxation, not more. Less spending, not more. Less regulation, not more. I will take these principles with me to Washington, D.C., and I will add to them. My friends, I know our nation is struggling. I know that Washington is out of touch with our nation's struggles. The unemployment rate in Idaho is 8.4%. Our nation's unemployment rate is close to 10%. And that's why Walt Minnick and Nancy Pelosi should be fired! We know how much suffering there is in Idaho, so there is even greater suffering even elsewhere in our great nation. The people of our nation need jobs. When I am elected to Congress, I will make the creation of good business climate my first priority.
All right.
Government cannot create jobs, but government can and does create the environment that either helps create jobs or kill jobs.
Right.
The Obama-Pelosi-Minnick administration has not created the climate businesses need in order to create jobs. They have destroyed business confidence. Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama have destroyed jobs. President Obama and Nancy Pelosi have never had a regular job in their lives. What do they know about creating jobs?
Right.
Walt Minnick claimed that his business experience would help him create jobs. Where are the jobs, Walt? My friends, I have been a small business owner for 10 years. I know what it means to create jobs, to experience good times and bad. In good times, government interference is nothing more than a nuisance. But in bad times, government interference is a job killer. Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama and Walt Minnick are job killers, so they should be fired! My friends, here's how we get America back to work again. We must create a stable business environment that will create jobs. Businesses, large and small, crave stability in order for them to start investing again. First and foremost, we need to make the Bush tax cuts permanent. Right now, businesses large and small do not feel they have a safe business environment that would allow them to make investments in their own businesses or in the future. Big businesses are sitting on large amounts of cash because they're expecting more government, more taxation, more spending, and more regulation. And if we want to avoid that, we need to do what with Walt Minnick and Nancy Pelosi?
Fire them!
Further, small businesses do not have the ability to borrow money that will allow them to grow their businesses. Small businesses can't borrow money, and big businesses are afraid to spend money. Our economy is still staggering, and we face the threat of a double-dip recession. This creates what some have termed a government-created paralysis that leaves Americans out of work. This is why we need new leadership in Washington, D.C. Excellent. Government does not create jobs and cannot create prosperity. Government cannot make us successful. We need to return to the principles Ronald Reagan taught us. Like him, I believe in American exceptionalism. That America is the greatest nation in the world. Like him, I believe that we can all live the American dream. He lived it, and I have lived it. But we must work hard and play by the rules. We have to look to ourselves for our own success. But like Ronald Reagan taught us, government must get out of the way. We do not want the federal government in our lives every day. When I go to Washington, I will take Reagan's advice with me. I will work to help businesses succeed. To this end, I will work for the repeal of Obamacare. I was a proud co-sponsor of the Idaho Healthcare Freedom Act here in Idaho. And our governor was the first governor in the nation to sign a similar legislation. Still proud of my opposition to the Pelosi-Obama agenda, which insists we buy a product from a private company under penalty of law. It is unconstitutional, and it is a job killer. More than ever in our history, Idaho will play a role in shaping the future of our nation. We must win this race if we want to take over Congress. With your help, we can keep the momentum going. Minnick can feel it, and he's scared, and that's why he's running those nasty ads on TV. Minnick's a jackass! With your help, we will achieve in November victory. With your help, I will win this race. With your help, we will take back America. With your help, we will restore sanity to Washington. With your help, Idaho will help take the Speaker's gavel out of Nancy Pelosi's hands. And with your help, we will make sure that Nancy Pelosi and Walt Minnick are fired! Keep fighting for me, and I will keep fighting for you. May God bless you, and may God bless America.